Claire from Created the Ottaway. I'm an independent demonstrator for Stampin' Up! In the UK. Thank you for joining me today. What have we got today? We've got a pop-up blocks card. Looks lovely from the outside, just with some nice baby grows on, but when you open it up inside, it's a bit of a wow. If you've watched my videos before, I like to do a bit of a wow on the inside when it stands up, although you won't be able to see it very well from the camera angle. It looks much harder than it is, and I'm going to talk you through it step by step. This one is made in Flirty Flamingo. Looks fairly pinky. So the next one we're going to make today is a boy one. Other items I've used, this all started because I needed a baby card, and I really love the All for Baby set, but I've actually only used the Hello Little one after all that. Does that happen to you? You've got an idea in your head, you start creating, and then you get a bit sidetracked. Really love the Ornate Layers dies, but haven't really played with them, so this is the whole set. You get some that are just stitched, like this one here, okay, and then you get others that are much more ornate, as in the name, and you can layer them up. They fit inside each other, and I think they look really effective on this card. Stampin' Up! Also do a playful alphabet set, which is what I've used here to do baby girl, and on the next card we'll do baby boy. So that's it in finished article, all made up. Shall we start? Okay, so just for warning, I have two little kittens that as soon as they hear that I'm videoing, they will come along. I'm just going to leave that there. That's basically the sizes of the card that you need for the outside layer and the inside layer, and then all the extra bits I'll talk you through as we go. So as I was saying, two little kittens, Amber and Rosie. They usually come and join the filming at some point, or they start meowing, or it's like children. As soon as you're doing something different, they want you. So, card that we're using today, okay, we're going to use this Balmy Blue, seeing as we're doing a blue card, and the other colours that I've used for the baby grows on the front. Oh, I haven't talked about what dyes I've used. So the baby grows on the front are So Saffron and Pool Party, just because I think they really lend itself well. And the All for Baby set actually comes, there is a die set you can get that goes with it, and I've just used this die here to do the baby grows because it comes out with nice stitch detail, and I've used some hangers as well, which I really like. I have used others in others cards. I really wanted to use these pegs. Can you see these pegs? They're just the cutest thing. But there wasn't anywhere on this card, so I haven't used those on this card. Let's move a few bits out of the way so you don't hear me shuffling, and we'll get started. So the base card, as I said, is Balmy Blue, and we need to cut it on the short side at 5 7/8. Now, as I said, I'm in the UK, so this is to fit in a standard envelope that we have here in the UK. So cutting blade 5 7/8 on the short side, and then on the long side we need it cut at 11 1/4. So we just do that. Now, I've seen a few of these cards on Pinterest, and with all 3 layers, so that the front is joined to the inside as well, but I actually like this, the way I've done this, so that you can it's a bit unassuming. So you look at the card and you're like, oh, that's a nice card. And then you go, oh, that's a wow card. So hence why I've come up with this version. So 11 1/4 by 5 7/8. And then we just need to score it twice. So if you move your cutting blade out the way, and you're just going to score it at 3 3/4. 3 3/4, and then 7 1/2, and that will give you your 3 panels for your base card. So 7 1/2, just making sure that's the right. Okay, and then you can forget about that bit. That is just going to go like that, and you can press those creases down with your bone folder. But basically that's the outside of your card done. Okay, so put that to one side. Now the pop-up panel inside is a little bit more cut into it, but I'll talk you through it step by step and hopefully you'll see how it works. So you need a white piece of card again. Now I'm going to do this on the long side, and I'm going to cut it off at 5 5/8. So 5 5/8, and I'll cut it straight off. So it's just under half of an A4 sheet. So put that piece out the way, and then I need it at 7 1/4. So 5 5/8 by 7 1/4. So really this card doesn't even use much card, which is even more of a bonus. So 7 1/4. Okay, what do you need to do next? So I'm just going to move that arm in so you can see a bit better. So on the side that is 7 1/4, you're going to do 3 score lines. One is at 2 5/8. 2 5/8. Remember, take that cutting blade out of the way. 2 5/8. One is 3 5/8. 3 5/8. And the next one is 4 5/8. I don't want to speak too soon, but I think they're asleep, the kittens, so we might get away with this video today. Okay, so you should have 3 lines in the middle of your card. So just going to fold that over, just make sure that all of those are burnished nice and firm. Now I've just folded mine in that way just so that I can firm those 2 burnished lines, and I'm just going to fold it there as well. Okay, now obviously you can see I've folded my piece in half, and you can still see the score line. That score line is very important to you. You're going to turn your card sideways, okay, so it's still folded in half, and then we're going to do quite a lot of lines along here that we're going to cut just to the score line. Now luckily on your stamping trimmer, so hopefully you've got one of those, it's got little marks on all 4 sides that tell you where the cutting blade is. Okay, so when I put my card in here and I want to score at 2 8/2, just at 2 8. Now if I put it into there, okay, make sure it's butted right up to the top of there, and I can see by this line here it needs to be in line with your score line or slightly less. So when I put that down, I'm at 2 8, and I can push up and cut, and that gives me a really lovely cut line there. Okay, so we've done 2 8. The next one, the same place, just further along, is 1 2 8. So this is a bit easier to cut because you can actually get a purchase on the card here. So you're doing the same. You're going to press your trimmer in to the score line and then push up at 1 2/8 and then lift it again, and you can see there. The next one is 1 5/8. Here's where I might go quiet because I'm concentrating, so I don't want to do it wrong. 1 5/8. Do the same there. Okay. That leaves you that flap there. So after 1 5/8, 2 5/8. Because basically you're cutting your blocks, but it just doesn't look like it yet. So we were at 2 5/8. The next one is 3 inches. And the next one is 4 inches. I will go through these again in a moment. The next one is 4 3/8. Oh, nearly did too many. 4 3/8. Okay, 4 3/8. And the last one is 5 3/8. Okay, so just make sure you're still butted up there. Okay, so let me show you those up close. So what you should do is you should have a thin piece, a 1 inch piece, another thin piece, another 1 inch, another thin piece, all the way along. So effectively you've got 4 thicker pieces and 1 2 3 4 5 thinner pieces. Okay, now at this stage it's important to see that the cut goes right up to your score line. So if it doesn't, just help it a little bit now, because when you come to fold in a minute, it will fold in not the quite right place if you haven't gone right up to your score line. So I think all of mine have, but I'm just going to check just by going that one maybe. If I haven't, it's by the tiniest margin, but it's worth doing this just to check. Okay, so if I open that out now, you can see that like that. And what I need to do is fold the bigger piece in. So like that, and like that. Okay, and that will be your blocks. Now I'm just going to fold that over to meet there, and then just press down on my crease there. Okay, so both sides like that. Now bring your original base in, and you're going to stick this in here. Now it's meant to be about 1/8 of an inch smaller on this side, and this side. So I don't know if you can see that. Okay, just 1/8 of an inch. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to stick it in place. So I'm going to do this side first. So I'm turning it over just so that I can put glue on it. And where have I put my glue? Oh, it's here. So let's hope there's still some glue. So effectively I'm doing it on the back side. So I put glue all over this piece. Okay, because that's the main bit of my card. And then these little tabs, I'm putting some glue on there as well. Okay. So I've got glue on my tab and glue on this. My blocks are on the inside with no glue on. Now I'm going to place this in this way. My edge of my tab is almost on the crease. Okay, and I'm just having a look and just making sure that they're also straight, because sometimes, because they're a thin tab, they sort of lean a bit in the wrong way. So especially this bottom one, because it's quite narrow. So I'm just going to put that in place there, and then just press over all of my card. So that's stuck. So now I'm going to stick the glue on this side. Okay, and glue on there, 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 and there. Okay, and I'm going to bring that side over and just press down on that, like so. Just going to stick the light on because I think it's quite dark. It's always deceiving when I look from above on the camera angle to what you can actually see. So apologies if it's suddenly gone dark. It's come over dark here and it's going to rain, whereas it was brilliant sunshine. Okay, shall we see if it's got as well? Ta-da! It has. So just make sure that all your pieces are stuck, which they are. How simple is that? So basically that is your card made. We just need to decorate it and give it its extra wow with what we decorate it with. I've obviously done this as baby cards because I need 2 baby cards. But you could do this with anything. Good luck, new home. Taxing my brain now, trying to think of short phrases that you could put in there. I'm sure you'll come up with hundreds more. So let's see about decorating. So like I said, I was looking at my Author baby stamp set thinking, okay, what can I stamp all over this? And then I figured, actually, I like these ornate dies. It's quite nice to do an extra special baby card. So let's use those. So if I bring the ornate dies over, hopefully there's enough room for you to see. So as luck would have it, this one fits exactly inside this panel and this panel because they're the same size. So I've cut this out in the same blue, and that's balmy blue, and that's going to go there and there. So should we stick those on? Glue right in front of my face. God, I don't think I've ever got through a whole video with no kitty cats. It's disappointing. No, not really. It's quite good actually. Last time they joined me, we had inky paw prints all over the table. We've actually got 3 ginger cats. One old ginger Tom called Garfield, would you believe? That was my son's choice. And then we got 2 little ginger kittens, both girls, Amber and Rosie, at Christmas. Basically because everyone's moved out. And it's like, oh, otherwise me and my husband got nothing to talk about. Whereas now all we do is talk about the kittens. Okay, so 2 panels. Even like that, see, that looks really nice. Well, I think it looks really nice. Just with that little bit of detail around the border. Okay, so the next thing I decided, okay, so we've got this border here. This one fits inside. So let's see what that looks like. So this one's a bit more pretty. So this actually would be a great wedding card as well. So that one can go on there. And then obviously you need somewhere to do your little message. So I thought, well, another one there, and I'll just leave it blank. Because you don't want to write an essay. You just want a nice little message. Just saying welcome and congratulations and everything else that comes with the love of a new baby. So that one is just going to go straight on that side. good thing we've got Tombow wiggle room. That's that one. This side, well, I was in two minds about this side. So I was thinking, should I use some patterned paper? Should I just go for the white? So I put this one on as well, just so that it's symmetrical. Okay, and then for what could I put on the top of that? I feel like maybe the card needs some ribbon. No. So I looked back at the ornate dies again. Okay, and it's got this rectangle panel, and then you can die cut into that just like that, and you get the prettiest panel here. Look, how lovely is that? And doesn't that just finish it off? Just looks so lovely. So that's what we've done. So I'm just going to put glue either side. I did stick that, didn't I? Yeah. Either side of that. Because I don't want the glue to show too much. Oh, here's Rosie. Okay, so that's just going to go along there. And that really is that bit done. So, baby, let's use the playful alphabet. So that's going to go on here. Hello, Rosie. Baby. Mind you, when I was cutting these playful alphabet dies out, because I just made the girl one, I actually cut baby girl again. And luckily realised at the last minute, otherwise we would have had baby girl. Okay, now I've got a dilemma, because obviously boy is only 3 letters, although at the moment I can't find the Y. Ah, here. So do I put boy there? And in the All for Baby die set, there's actually the cutest little love heart. Thought maybe that there. And I don't think you need to jazz it up with anything else. So I'm just gonna put some glue on the back of this. Try and do tiny bit of glue. It's quite at the end of my glue, so I'm hoping that's a good reason why not too much glue will come out. So there's the B, and put that one on there for the A. Oh, Rose. And then, hang on Rose, I'll let you out. Let's just let her out before she meows. And then the Y, just in case you don't know how to spell baby. Okay, there's that. Okay, boy. Oh no, let's do the love heart first. So if I just put a little blob of glue in the middle and stick that on there. I really do like these ornate layer dies. I'm definitely going to be using them more. I was surprised how well they went through the die cutting machine as well. I expected to be picking out pieces for ages, but it was fine. Usually I give that job to my hubby. Poor man. Good thing he loves me. Okay, and then the Y, and then that bit's done, and then it's just the front to do, which is super easy. So, oh, not sure if I like the 2 Y's together. Too late now. Should have thought about that before. Right, you're not actually going to see them together, are you? Because they're going to be like that. Okay, look, doesn't that look nice? Okay, now the front of the card. Oh, now we've got amber. Okay, so the front, I wanted to keep the same theme going with the stitching. So I've used a stitch rectangle on the front. Then this one, Stitched So Sweetly, is a bit more of a shape to it, just to layer on the top. Then I've got another stitched rectangle for this piece. Okay, and what's left? Oh, the die cut things. Amber, you're going to have to move because you're covering up the camera. Okay, and we've got some little hangers as well that we're just going to stick on. So let's do that. Put those on there. Okay, so these are my 3 little baby greys. I'm just going to stick this to the front of my card, just straight on in the middle, and this layer is just going to go on next, just like that. Remember to move it up a little bit because I want the sentiment to go down the bottom. Okay, which is going to go there. Oh, I haven't brought the ink through. Now these I want to layer up, so I've got some dimensionals. So this one, just so that it goes on the front, like so. Oh, and this one is just going to go, oh, sticking to my fingers because it's got Tombow on them, like so. Oh, that needs to go over a little bit. Like that. And then I'm just going to put glue on the back of here because I want it to just stick on. Oh. No, that's not very good, is it? It's not lined up. Let's just take that off. Put a little bit of glue on there. I want to make sure that my hangers are in line. There. Like so. Let's put some more glue on there. That is going to go like that. Okay, so I didn't bring my sentiment stamp through to stamp the front, so I will do that after. Let's take that off for now. Oh, so basically that is our card done. If I bring back the original, just because this one says hello little one on it and so will this. So this is it, okay, and this is it on the inside, ready for you to put your sentiment on. That's it. I hope you've enjoyed watching. Thank you. If you like what you've seen, how about subscribing and joining me next time for the fun folds. See you soon. Bye.